Yeah, good question. I think when, we started, we were just taking everything we could get.
Yeah.
Like bringing as much work as we could get. Because we knew, if we wanted to do this full time, we had to kind of build up enough where we could support ourselves. And so I remember early on, we, we're supporting a pet food and supply company, the ski hill, a couple other small, one-off projects for friends or family members, really anything to kind of get it going. And, ultimately it kind of grew from there, which was great for us.
Yeah, for sure. So with those initial projects, you were all over the place with what you're doing, like logo design, running ads for them, social media videos, all that stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot of that. We started small. A lot of companies came to us for branding work.
Okay.
So brand identity, which is logo, font, typography type things. And, from there, they could kind of see the creative expression and kind of firepower that we had, and they wanted to do more.
Okay.
So then we started to offer like social media content development. And we started to roll that out in terms of an offering. And then, from there we started to do radio ads and then videos, and it became this thing where like, okay, well, we had the experience to do that. And that was just kind of putting it all together in a strategic way for these clients that we were supporting, where they kind of saw us as a full service marketing partner.
Right. Was that all in your realm of experience, or did you have to independent contract out that work and kind of offer it to these people, but then you'd have somebody else do the work?
No, we did a lot of it in-house.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was what was nice about, our experience, is that we were really scrappy. And so, being able and had been, worked at some of these other agencies, we learned that skill set where we could just kind of do it on our own. There are some things even now where we kind of freelance it out.
Yeah.
Website development for sure. Sometimes some copywriting.
Okay.
Really depends on like the bandwidth, but early on we tried to do everything we could just to kind of keep it together and kind of have it be our vibe.
Gotcha. Did you ever struggle with, I've been watching a ton of videos on like social media marketing agencies, like young people starting out. And a lot of the things that I noticed from like their business model is that they overpromise, but then underdeliver, and then just like lose the client after a month, but then they pocket that money. Did you ever have that experience kind of, or no?
No, not really. We were pretty fortunate. We pride ourselves on being, even now today, very creative, very agile, very organized. And I think, when you kind of approach a client in that regard, they feel comfortable with you. Right? Because you can deliver on what you're promising. So, we always try and over deliver for sure, and provide a good value for our clients. But, we know what the value is. Good creative can go a long way.
Right. Can we go through kind of a business metamorphosis? We talked about like how you were dabbling in all buckets in the beginning. You still kind of already have a big realm of work that you offer, but can you go through kind of like a step-by-step of starting the business to where you are today with employees and everything?
Yeah, for sure. So like I said, we kind of started the company together. So I was on the account side. He is the creative arm of everything.
Okay.
When we started, we kind of did that together for the first year and a half or so, just us two. And then we kept growing, and we got to the point where we needed some more support. So we brought on a art director who we hired from right out of my ad, actually, over here.
Okay.
Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design. And she's been phenomenal for us. And so she brings a great creative eye. She's also a phenomenal animator.
Oh, really?
Which is another skill set of ours now, which is great for content development and social media, things of that nature. And so she's been with us for a little over a year. And then late last year, we started doing even more and more social media and more public relations. And so we brought on a woman who had graduated from Marquette, and she's been with us for almost a year now as well. And so we've now become even more full service than what we kind of portrayed ourselves to be early on. But we keep growing. Our clients really appreciate, everything we do. They love working with us, and they want to give us more work. It's just a matter of like, what can we legitimately do for them?
Right.
Stand behind.
Yeah, and deliver on the promise. Yeah.
Right. So
Can you talk a little bit more about the partnership with your partner? So he was on the creative side and then you're on the account side. How did it work and how did you guys mesh well as a partnership?
Yeah. He'll appreciate this if he listens to it later. We had actually started working together 15 years ago, probably.
Okay.
Actually across the road here at Hoffman, New York. I was brought on as an intern in 2010. He had been there for, I think, 2 or 3 years. And so he was always on the creative side. He was an art director.
Okay.
We did not like each other.
Really?
Early on, yeah. I think he hated me. I was one of those kind of annoying, pesky, like, account executives, and he was just a very brash, like, energetic kind of person, and that's great for the creative side. And he's mellowed out, I think, today. But over time, we were recruited to another agency, as I kind of alluded to earlier, and we became a little closer because we were the only ones that kind of we had that connection.
Okay.
And so over time, we just kind of grew together. Had some very similar vision on kind of what we wanted out of our working relationship, and that's kind of how it came to be. So he and I actually work really well together now. We don't hate each other.
Yeah.
We're very tight, and you kind of need that in this world. In fact, I think if you look back at some really great agencies of the past, the Mad Men era, you find really strong creatives, really strong account or strategists together, and maybe sometimes copywriters too. But when you have that tandem, you can really step up and deliver some really great ideas and work for your clients. And so on his side, he brings that creative vision and outside the box thinking. On my side, I'm definitely bringing more the strategy and the organization, the checks and balances for everything that we do. And so I think, as I mentioned earlier, our clients see that and they're like, okay, yin, yang, there's a good mix here of what we kind of need for our brand.
Yeah.
And these guys can deliver that.